Hey guys, I am Katie from Mitza Creek Farm. Welcome back to the channel. We are a pumpkin patch Christmas tree diversified farm in northern Wisconsin, zone 3B, and today is February 18th. And I am down here in the high tunnel because the sun is out and it feels wonderful in here. This is like the perfect temperature. You can just feel the heat from the sun and the air is just perfect. And I am down here and I'm going to do something that I have not done before down here. And I'm going to plant peas. Today, February 18th. Now I have a trip coming up. And so I really don't want to take the risk of doing a whole bunch. But I found a seed packet from last year that we never planted. So I figured that's my chance to just go for it and try it. So I'm going to get those going. It requires me to prep this area. We're going to leave this entire back part of the high tunnel, the back 20 feet, to sit and rest. And so at 20 feet is where I'm going to plant my peas. And so I'm going to run a string from one metal pole to all the way across to the other so that I have a nice straight line. And then from there, I have to start amending the soil. I did notice that the leaves on my blackberry plant are finally dying. So that is good. I was a little worried that they would just stay on and keep growing, and I know that they need that dormancy. But you can see that we have little buds that are starting to grow. So that is good. I mentioned in other videos that I accidentally bought this blackberry plant, and it was only down to zone, I think it was zone 5. They're giant thornless blackberries. And so I just planted it in here because I figured it's worth a shot. So I'm really impressed with how it's doing. I hope it's not too warm in here because we will have more freezes up until May. And so I just want to make sure that these, it does go into dormancy and it doesn't start going too soon and then we get hit with a really cold stretch and it dies. I would hate for that to happen, but it looks pretty cool so far. Okay, I changed my mind on a few things. So you can see I put the compost down and then I put some dirt on top of it. Dirt that was already here in the high tunnel. And I only put the ground cover to right there. And there's a couple of reasons for that. One is this is how big the ground cover was. This is what I've used for peas for quite a few years. And the holes are already burned in it. I know I do have more, but I wanted to get this down first. But then I was thinking of it after I had gotten this laid down, and I realized that I need to leave that open for right now so that we can haul more compost in there before we cover it up. And I'm almost debating on putting a cover crop in there, but that's a whole nother story. Anyways, I want to leave that open so that we could get like the 4-wheeler or the lawn tractor or something like that in here. So I decided to leave that section open, and I'm guessing that's probably 10 or 12 feet wide. So I have the ground cover down to right over there, and so I'm gonna get these peas planted. And also I have to haul in snow because obviously it's February, we don't have water down here yet, and so I have to use snow to water in here until we're able to get hoses run and pumps going and all of that. Since it is still February, there is a chance that we could have 40 below anytime in the next 6 weeks. So I'm not going to put in all that work to get things up and running and then have to winterize everything and go get the hoses put away and all of that. So I'm just going to take and do this section here using last year's seeds, and hopefully we can get some sprouting and germinating. And I'm just going to come in every couple of days and put snow on it so it can stay cool and the snow can melt and water the plants. All right, we have the peas planted. I believe there's like 150 to 200 there. I don't quite remember. It doesn't really matter because it's not like we're selling them or anything, but I feel like this is gonna be good. I hope that, I think they'll come up. I really do. It's so warm in here during the day, and looking at the extended forecast, it's supposed to be like mid 20s to 40 pretty much every day from here on out. And if that happens, I think that they'll sprout. If we get a really cold stretch, they probably won't. But since I have the extra seeds, I figured it's worth it to take a risk. That is it for today's video. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you next time.